there was still something that was haunting me. And what haunted me was this little experience that I'd had in Singapore in a biology class. And we were looking at the amoeba, single cell creature, and we were learning the 7 characteristics of living things: feeding, breathing, movement, excretion, growth, reproduction, and sensitivity. And I remember looking down in that microscope, I just got this revelation that, all is one, and that I was in this mix, and there was no kind of separation, etc. So that feeling, I had, what are the 7 characteristics of living things, not subjects, things. And of course, I wasn't in there somehow. I was looking at the periodic chart, but I didn't see the iron in it was flowing out of me in my monthly period. Like I didn't get that connection. I was holding the religious institutions responsible for us not having a healthy sense of body, self, interrelation. It was them, So then, of course, I had wonderful instructors and ecofeminists, and wonderful. And then I began to realize that it was the cosmology that was faulty. We didn't have a sense of being bound together. Re legare, the Latin word for religion is re legare, which means to be bound. So I really looked at educational philosophy and tried to come up with a model that would foster this awakening from alienation to connection. And that's what I did. I came up with this model through the fourfold wisdom conversation of science, religion, women, and indigenous people. So fostering the cosmology that all is one. And then the practice of it then obviously is very different from how we're normally practicing life, because we have a vision that all is one. Humanity is part of a vast evolving universe. The model that I discovered was a mythopoetic approach to education. Education as a process of being led forth. And the universe that we're all part of, that we're coming to know the wisdom of science, is put into conversation with the religions, with the wisdom of religion and women and indigenous people. So that whole process leads us from kind of a body, self, planet alienation and an awakening, and then a sense of being in communion together, that we're being led forth. We're being, it's not fixed. We're part of an evolving universe, what they would call a cosmogenesis. So that's the model that I kind of discovered in my research. In 2008, I went over to India, and I was working with the Jesuits, and I found a Jesuit priest who had been doing a lot of body work, movement and drama and stuff like that. So we came up with a course, and we called it Awakening to Cosmic Compassion. We taught them, a vision of a vast, that they were part of a vast and evolving universe, and that, their bodies are stardust. It wasn't just a metaphor. It's physically provable that we've descended, from the stars. Then Jennifer decided, why don't we found a deep time network, which brings all of these lineages together. So that was founded in 2013. And so I'm a founding board member and currently serve as the vice president. So, and applying the model, applying this model that was just given to me by the experience of the little amoeba. So the my current focus is to introduce more people into this vision, and foster a sense of community, albeit online, but then the vision flowing out into the communities. and the child is still inside and hasn't come to their full potential. That's Maria Montessori. Her model, it kind of got lost a little bit through time, but it's being renewed now. That, every child, you have to teach the child the universe, and then each child has a purpose. Each child has a purpose. Do you know that poem by William Stafford, Security? Tomorrow we'll have an island. Before night, I always find it. Then on to the next island. These places hidden in the day separate and come forward if you beckon. But you have to know they are there before they exist. Sometime there will be a tomorrow without any island. So far, I haven't let that happen. But after I'm gone, others may become faithless and careless. Before them will tumble the wide unbroken sea, and without any hope they will stare at the horizon. So to you, friend, I confide my secret. To be a discoverer, you hold close whatever you find, and after a while you decide what it is. And then, secure in where you have been, you turn to the open sea and let go. Oh, I'm just delighted to be with you all here on Humanity Day.